I'll walk backwards. Right, so here we are. Going to do a quick interview here. The beauty of these interviews is they know no idea what I'm going to ask them. So here we have Father Simon behind an old train system at Kingston Township that no longer functions, as you can see. But anyway, I've got Simon here to ask him a couple of questions about his vocation. So, Simon, you actually grew up a little bit on this lake, on the other side, at the other end of it. So we're at the very quiet end, and taking a moment of prayer in the morning as we finish up our visit with our parents. So, Simon, what made you leave your home country, and probably, I'm guessing, a lot of possibilities to stay here and have a life, and you left it all and you followed the Lord? So can you give us short, brief, little insight into what made you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we used to spend a lot of time walking around this beautiful lake, Wakatipu, here in Queenstown, and climbing up the mountains and walking around the shore. I had this sense or this desire to see what lay beyond the mountains, and at the same time I had a very clear understanding that the family life that we enjoyed with my 6 older brothers and mum and dad was something that was a real gift, and that not everybody had that, and that it was a light that couldn't, in a sense, be put underneath the bushel basket. But then the actual call came in one sense slowly, and then another. It started when I was little, when I was about 7, I think, 6 or 7, hearing that call within me to become a priest. Perhaps I didn't really understand it at the time, but I think I did. That it was something that was coming from without of me, but at the same time from within. So that's kind of incubated there for many years. I didn't tell anybody, but it was present. I remember every night before going to bed saying a couple of prayers and having that sense that, yes, God was calling. But it wasn't until I was 16 that I got a phone call, not from God, but from a friend who was doing a missionary year, a gap year, after his high school. And he was in the US doing missionary work with a couple of legionary priests, and he was inviting myself and my older brother to a mission in the Bahamas, and they were getting together about what turned out to be 80 young people mostly from the US and Canada. And I said no. I did not want to go. I didn't want to be stuck in a big group of people I didn't know, going to a place I'd never been to before. So I said no. However, my older brother, Andrew, who is the complete opposite of me and loves big groups, loves people he doesn't know, he signed us up. So we went, and it was really there that I had, a second call, or a confirmation of that original call, that seeing the legionary priests in action, so to speak, confessing, preaching to us, and then leading us door to door around the island, speaking to people, inviting them to come and pray with us or play a game of basketball. That was really when I saw in front of my eyes, okay, if I'm going to be a priest, God is calling me to be a priest, that's the kind of priest I want to be. So there you have it.
All right, well, that was very nice, thank you. Maybe if someone gets to see this, it might even nudge them on to check out a religious order or their local vocation director in the diocese where they live, and just at least explore the opportunity, or the opportunity of making that step. So maybe one last question. In the gospel today, Jesus firmly talks about when we don't help our brothers or sisters, we end up not helping him. In your experience now as a priest, working there in Connecticut, have there been some interesting experiences where you felt you felt Jesus in the skin of someone else much less fortunate than yourself?
Well, one of the great joys I have as a priest is to hear confessions, and not only where I live at the seminary with the seminarians, but also people who pop in, people with a lot of faith, but people with, like all of us, with a lot of problems. And I guess that's been my great experience. In the confessional, you really, as a priest, you feel that love of the Father who never tires of forgiving. Even if we fall 1,000 times a day, He always forgives us. No matter what we've done, He will wipe that slate clean and embrace us with His mercy. And so as a priest, I really feel that, in a sense, coming through your arms, from your heart into your hands, as you say, I absolve you from your sins in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Well, it's funny, here's Father Matthew at the end of the pier, finishing his meditation, wondering what we're doing, and we're going to head back home. So I think it was something that God's very happy that we were able to do that, and thank you for just taking the time to share your vocation story here on at least part of where it was born, Lake Wakatipu.